Welcome to a short video about pool safety requirements for pool safety inspectors. In this video, we will help you learn more about what to look out for in the non-climbable zone. Let's get started. We're going to guide you through the recommended decision-making processes for identifying items within the non-climbable zone. Your inspection decisions should be made on a case-by-case basis, and you must ensure your decision is always based on requirements of the pool safety standard and that your decision best serves public interests to help protect children from accessing pools. The objective of the standard is to ensure pool barriers restrict young children getting access into a pool area, whether under, over, or through the barrier. You would be aware of the basic requirements for the 900mm non-climbable zone on the outside of a 1200mm high barrier. Clause 1.3.9 of AS 1926.1-2007. The non-climbable zone is a zone consisting of a barrier as well as the associated space within 900mm of the barrier, intended to inhibit climbing of the barrier by children. This includes any point along the length of the barrier and its associated space. You should assess on the basis that no climbable object is permitted within the non-climbable zone, unless the climbable object is within the upper non-climbable zone quadrant, and it is not reasonably possible for a young child to gain access to the climbable object. There is a common misconception that for an object to be considered climbable, it must be horizontal, and it must be more than 10mm wide or deep, or have a 10mm diameter. Clause 2.3.3 refers to surface indentations and projections of more than 10mm that must not be within the non-climbable zone. But thinner objects can be climbable. The Pool Safety Inspector Guideline describes how to assess thin objects. You should consider the sharpness, material, angle, and strength of the object. When considering the strength of an object, you would be thinking about whether it could hold the weight of a child. To illustrate, the guideline gives the example of a cable tie used to secure a CPR sign to the barrier. Where the tie is secured firmly against the barrier with no loops that could be a hand or foothold, and it is unlikely a short length of cable tie would hold the weight of a child, it may be reasonable to accept the tie in the non-climbable zone. The guideline also provides the example that the top edge of 60-degree fillets, if they are no more than 10mm wide. Affixing an angled top of no less than 60 degrees may be an acceptable solution to restrict climbing. The key things you need to consider when deciding if an object is acceptable in the non-climbable zone are: where is the item located? Is it on a steep angle that would prevent a hand or foothold? Will the item hold the weight of a young child, which is an estimated 25 kilograms? By working through these considerations, you will be able to make a reliable decision about whether the item is acceptable or not. You should consider each situation on a case-by-case evaluation and always be considering the safety of the public. The QBCC has received complaints about incorrectly assessed security grille doors or windows with security grilles when they are nearby the barrier. In many cases, security doors or windows provide a ladder series of hand and footholds which enable a child to access the pool area. It is recommended that you assess security doors, whether they be sliding or swing doors, in both the closed and open positions to ensure the climbable parts of the screen door do not present hand and footholds. Handrails are another overlooked item. In most cases, stair and walkway handrails that are nearby or a part of the barrier are within the non-climbable zone. The handrail would generally be considered climbable unless it is at a steep angle. You should also consider the way the rail is fixed to the wall or stairs. For example, brackets may also be climbable. You should always take measurements and keep records of your reasonings as to why you have decided a barrier is compliant or not compliant. Thanks for tuning in. If you found this video useful, there are more short videos for pool safety inspectors available on the QBCC's YouTube channel. For more information on pool safety, visit the QBCC website and follow us on social media.